Hey there, Capricorn Aquarius. How are you? How the heck are you? So, we're back to do your February to March reading, and it is on your person and your relationship. And I'm using the Tarot de Cristal, and I'm going to clarify with the Rider-Waite, and it's a bit of a new spread. So, I'm going to use that to represent the person that you are thinking about. Jumped out like it really needed to come out. Queen of Cups. So interesting. So the person that you're thinking about is in the energy of this unconditional, loving energy. At least that's what they're holding right now. Just want to, before we get going, say thank you. I appreciate you being here. Please let me know if this resonates with you. I'm very eager to hear. If you're new, I hope you subscribe. Whether you're new or old, I really appreciate you being here. And I also would love, love, love if you could like the video. It helps out my channel. The positives of your person, when you think about their strengths, is the Four of Wands. So they have some stability. I'm going to pull these and then read it. The weaknesses of your person is the Three of Pentacles. See your cards. How they feel about you is the Eight of Cups. How you feel about them is the Knight of Cups. We already have a lot of cups going here. Interesting. The probability of getting back together with this person is the Page of Pentacles. The strengths when you were together or more together is actually the Three of Swords, which is kind of odd. The challenges when you were together is the Five of Pentacles, somebody feeling left out or leaving the other one out. That's not surprising. The obstacles to getting back or reconciling or getting stronger, an obstacle would be the Hermit. Overall analysis of your person is the Eight of Pentacles. If you came back together, what would the outcome be? The Chariot, which is really quite lovely. And if that all kind of starts to happen, what should you do? And it's the Ace of Wands. Okay, bottom of the deck energy is the Eight of Swords. So there's definitely some fear or anxiety for you around this. Again, underneath that, we have the Nine of Wands, so some efforting, some angst, and a King of Wands. So you might be dealing with a King of Wands who is hangman, kind of stalling you out. Somebody who was probably part of your friend group or has the, maybe you have friends in this situation that are important to either go to or had an opinion. But let's not get too far carried away. The bottom, though, of the deck is the fear associated with this, and we'll just kind of read it like it is. So your person has an energy of the Queen of Cups. So your person is sitting in the energy of kindness, love, feeling love toward you. They also have, though, the Eight of Cups in the day-to-day energy toward you, which is, they might have been taking a pause from the situation. They've invested a lot of energy. Maybe they're taking a pause or seeking something more or going through a spiritual transition. Eight of Cups to me does not always mean something's over. It could mean something is pausing. Somebody might have put pause, press the pause button here, and it's not done yet. It could just very well mean it's not done yet. Your feelings toward the person are represented by the Knight of Cups. You seem to have a feeling of wanting to look past difficulties, offer your cup of love. You want to kind of reconnect. You want to be romantic. There's a warm feeling. But what's interesting to me in this deck, the Knight is charging off on the horse, and it's just art. I mean, it's just representation of art. But in this case, looking over their shoulder, and it's interesting. The knight is looking over the shoulder as they're going off into the sunset, like a knight often would, but they're looking over their shoulder. So even though this person's giving you this feeling of maybe they've stepped away, I think you're in a bit of a mixed state yourself, which is kind of interesting. The person has a strength quality of being stabilizing, and maybe there's a maturity that they have or a calming effect that they have on you. Their challenge in their trait um, is the Three of Pentacles. So they could be somebody who is trying to really grow, learn, evolve in their work. There's somebody who likes to work in a team or on projects. They have a tendency to want to build, advise others, be advised. Something in terms of a project could have taken their attention away, or you might have met this person on a work project or in a work partnership. And for some reason, that didn't turn out right. The probability that you will, get back together is the Page of Pentacles. So that's somebody wanting to grow, learn, be a student, offer their value. Somebody wants to be seen valuable as valuable. It's also just like a very youthful energy here, and um, it's the other youthful energy here. Oh, I thought I saw there was another page. Why am I not seeing the other page now? Okay. I think it was somewhere else. I saw a page. I don't know. But you might be dealing with a King of Wands. And for some reason, I'm feeling like somebody might make you feel smaller. That you might be in a situation where somebody makes you feel not as important as you might want to feel. It's possible that you do this to the other person, but I'm feeling it the other way around. The strengths when you were together was the Three of Swords. So I feel like there was an openness at the heart chakra level, at the heart level, this connection that could at times be vulnerable and open. I think that your partner had a lot to do with that. They were kind of like they were okay with their dealing with their passion and their emotions. And for some pieces of time that worked with the two of you. But when we open our heart and we crack it open, we have the capacity to also be wounded by that, kind of just the game of life. And in fact, the negative when you were together was the Five of Pentacles. So something did go down. At some point, I feel that somebody definitely might have gotten spooked for being so vulnerable by getting hurt, might have left the other one out in the cold, might have been distracted. But there was definitely a weakness for the two of you that somebody left the other one out of their inner circle. That's painful. So the thing that's really getting in the way of your getting back together is, I think, maturity and insight that um, somebody or both of you need a bit more of leveling up in the area of spirituality and maturity and having greater insight with the Hermit being a block. I also think that the person you're dealing with might be in a very busy state. So maybe a block would be that they don't really even give time to consider right now emotions, relationship. There's just not enough time to separate themselves off from the busy, crazy day to day to really connect to themselves and therefore connect to a relationship or you. You'll know where that resonates. You can tell me if it does at all, but there's just a kind of a needing to level up in terms of spirituality and growth here that would serve the relationship. And it's kind of maybe stuck in an area of just a lower level of vibration together. And I think that's what's causing the fear and the angst, and maybe somebody pausing, and maybe, you feeling anxious because they're pausing. Um, it feels more difficult than it should be. It feels like somewhere the communication was probably going well, and then that it got difficult. So taking a turn for complicated. And the overall analysis of your person right now is they are working hard. I don't know that I would say they're working hard on the relationship. I'm going to clarify. They might be just working hard in their life. And then, again, that's a distraction. And if they came back, it would turn out with the Chariot, though. So there is some victory that could potentially come of this. And it's advising, that you would seize a passionate new beginning. So there's quite a bit of positive toward the end result, but it looks like it would come with a bit of effort and getting over some hurdles. So I just want to see why, if your person is giving you the energy of the Queen of Cups, which is very positive, why are they coming at you with the energy of the Eight of Cups, which is, why are they coming at you, or actually in a real sense, moving away from you? Lovers. And again, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So I think that they're stealing up for a difficult decision. We've got Strength and Lovers. I think it was a heart and head decision that they're working on. And we also have the Two of Cups. Oh my goodness. Queen of Pentacles, and then another affirmation of the walking away. I think they're needing to stay focused on their goals. They made a decision to either focus on work, or maybe this relationship is taking them off course for some reason. So they're putting a pause in it despite the feelings that they have. They're putting a pause despite their feelings because they've had to make a decision on what to work on. And I don't know if it's the relationship or not. They're pursuing their happiness. And just going to say it, I think for some of you, there is a possibility that they're just choosing to give to another person as well, and that's creating some conflict. And here we have confirmation of the King of Wands. I do think you're dealing with a King of Wands. But that could also be why Three of Pentacles is in the challenge. And they're choosing not to make a choice. They're choosing not to make a decision. There's a fair decision here, and they're choosing not to make it. So there's some karma hanging out on a loose end here. You still feel that Knight of Cups toward them, and I clarify that with the Knight of Cups. There's difficulty associated with it, but you still feel that. And I think that there's definitely this, I want to offer them my cup, but I'm also trying to hold my boundaries feeling. And that's why I feel like I was picking up on that Knight of Cups in the first one, looking over the shoulder. So like wanting to ride off into the sunset and offer the cup, but still looking over their shoulder. So having mixed feelings, which we talked about, which is totally where you're feeling. For those of you that this reading is for, you're definitely having mixed feelings. They had to make a difficult heart and head decision. They might have more than one person in their picture, maybe not. You have mixed feelings. Probability of getting back together is the Page of Pentacles, and somebody wanting to show their worth. There's a bit of a youthful energy. Six of Cups, youthful, innocent energy. You might be able to tap back to the reason why you were connected to begin with. That would probably be necessary to get back together. Remove any hurt to get to more of a pure connection again. The strength when you were together was the vulnerable nature of this King of Wands and you, the passion, and the fun. But the negative is the Five of Cups. Somebody cut the other one out. Five of Cups, left them on the outside, for sure. Maybe trying to make a break, a clean start, a fresh beginning, or just not wanting drama, no baggage. Just take a sip of water here. Sorry, excuse me. So let's see, a block to getting back together with the Hermit. I said maybe a spiritual lesson needs to be learned. Actually, the world is lessons learned. So there's definitely a need to turn the page in this chapter to kind of move on to some higher level thinking. The analysis of your person right now is they're thinking of their future. They're working hard at deciding their future, what they're going to invest in, where they're going to place their strategies for the future. Some of that analysis may have been causing them to turn their back a bit to figure that out, and that's why the pause might have happened too. And yet, if they came back around, you have the need to kind of rein in your own heart and head, your own logic and emotions, and deal with reality, not fantasy, but it definitely could be a possibility to be able to do that and a possibility for some sort of victory. Let me just get another card on that. Yeah, I think I'm looking at this is to me going to involve strategy. I see that as strategy this time around. And we have another victory card. So this bodes well for either a victory on your own or with this person. It's requiring some strong thinking, some grounding in reality, not fantasy. So what's realistic? And if they come back around, what should you do? What do we mean by the Ace of Wands? Dropping chaos for some stability, choosing a path that is a decision to be more stable, to be more committed. I don't know if that's with this person. Again, somebody showing their value, wanting to show their value. What else can you tell me here? What else can Capricorn Aquarius know about this relationship and their person? Hierophant. So, and the Queen of Wands to their King of Wands. This is a spiritual and deep partnership. You may already be in a marriage with this person. You may have been in a marriage with this person, or it maybe just feels like a partnership that's like a marriage. So, and it's also divinely guided. So that the universe is actually kind of, driving on this one in terms of timing and where this is going to really go. But it looks like it's definitely got some good luck qualities to it. It looks like there needs to be a bigger spiritual learning between one or both of you, needing to kind of see the lesson here before this would up level. Some patience might be involved in doing so. And then we have the Chariot again, so some victory. Wow, it's really actually interesting. I think that be aware of whatever your person is ignoring, if they are or not saying. They're trying to come to what was maybe a difficult decision for them. You're needing to come to some difficult decisions for you, but there's at the core a good connection here. I mean, it just looks like it's a little complicated, like that movie, It's Complicated. If you haven't seen it, it's a good movie with Meryl Streep and Alec Baldwin. So anyway, seriously, we've got the Lovers here and the Six of Cups. I mean, there's a soul connection here. It's just complicated. So during this period, it may require some sorting through. Hold your standards to what you envision as the right and ideal next chapter for you. And don't go backward, I guess, is really the main message I'm getting. Hold out the ideal. So I wish you a lot of luck with that, and let me know how this resonated for you. Drop a line, drop a comment, and have a great weekend.